I'm off to the Fashion Innovation Agency at the London College of Fashion to test out a motion capture rig unlike any I've used before. No expensive mocap suits here, no dots painted on my face either, and no professional motion capture cameras.
With this system you don't need any of that. You can just track all the way down to finger level detail, just using camera movements, wearing the outfit you're wearing at your own convenience.
Usually the team here would be capturing proper models, but today my body's being motion tracked. Action cams, check. Gaffer tape, check. One truly awkward feeling click presenter, check. First I need to calibrate the system.
And we are good to do some motion capture.
Flex those hips, swing the arms, give me a pose, stop. Pose for the cameras, love it. Turn around, let's do the same. Amazing, strike another pose.
I don't
Excellent.
usually get camera shy, but suddenly I don't even know how to walk.
There's definitely not a job for me in modelling.
This technology in particular keeps the models relevant. You need to capture that human data, you need to capture that natural movement. Their nuances, their body language, their posture, the amount of gesticulation, the amount of personal space. It gives you a real sense of that person in that space. So even if the avatar doesn't look like you, people can still look at it and be like, that's your walk, that's the way you stand, I know that that's you. It draws you in, it keeps you immersed in that experience and makes it more believable and enjoyable as a consumer.
What we've built on top of the AI are a number of processing engines on top. We have biomechanical rules written into there, so there are kinematic models, holonomic constraints, which are what the human body can do in terms of how the joints can move. So, for instance, if I bend my elbow like this, you can't bend it past a certain point of extension. Rules like that are written into the system. We can work out where your feet are when you're moving around the volume. What that allows us to do is basically create a map of the volume and view within it.
There are 6 cameras in this setup, and that's enough to track about 5 people in this space, although they may bump into each other a bit. But it can be scaled to whatever size you want, and you can choose the resolution. So, for example, if you were to use a football pitch, it could track about 22 people.
The reason we can scale that up to a full football-sized pitch, for instance, is we up the resolution of the camera to, say, like 12K. And it can be much further away, much higher up, but still maintain that pixel density of the person.
The system isn't live. Videos need to be filmed, then processed first, so it's ready for 3D garments a few hours later. But the workflow is getting faster.
There's a huge amount of money being generated now through virtual garments that don't exist in the real world. But what's the reaction been to that from some of the old school fashion brands that would probably prefer everyone just wearing real clothes and they go and look at them on a real catwalk?
I think that fashion brands are starting to understand that they are addressing a consumer who doesn't only exist in the physical realm, and by using these kinds of technologies like motion capture, markerless, we can kind of curate immaterial layers that we can use in the digital realm.
The avatars look amazing.
Kostas thinks that the tech being developed now will be important for the future.
There will come a point where we're going to be able to consume digital fashion more realistically and in everyday life, and I think that these kinds of technologies allow us to kind of get there quicker.
Kate Moss, eat your heart out.
There you go, you're a natural.